What's up? So today we'll be going over lesson 10.2. And 10.2 is about finding arc measures. We need three definitions real quick. First one is a minor arc. Second one is a major arc. The minor arcs have to be less than 180 degrees, and the major arcs are more than 180 degrees. And how do you get it to be equal to 180? But that would be a diameter. Why? Because a diameter cuts a circle in half, which makes a semicircle, and a full circle has 360 degrees, and if you cut it in half, that gives you 180. The third definition we need is a central angle. A central angle originates from the center of a circle and is congruent to the arc. Now I haven't gone over arc, and that's not, it's a piece of a line, a piece of a circle pretty much. So pretty much if we have a circle and that's the center, call that center C, and I have an angle right there, we'll call that 50 degrees. Well, it touches over here, we'll call it point A. It touches right here, we'll call that point B. This is an arc, AB. Since this is in the center, this is 50, this is 50. And this piece right here is called an arc. That is the piece of a circle. And we don't write down arc AB. We abbreviate it AB with a little arc on top. That is arc AB. And since it's less than 180, this would be a minor arc. Now let's say we had a point over here, call that D. You have A all the way to D, all the way to B. We have another arc, A, D, B. That is obviously bigger than 180, so that would be a major arc. And if this is 50, how do you find all of this? All of ADB? Well, if a circle is 360 degrees all the way around, and you already have 50, subtract it. 360 minus 50. That gives you 310. So that's 310, and that would be 50. So far, not so hard yet. Let's go on to another question. So look at this circle. It's a little more confusing, more stuff's going on. I'm going to say that EB and AC are diameters. So AC and EB are diameters, which means they cut the circle in half in different ways. So if we come over here and we take a look at this piece right here, from A all the way to C, that's a semicircle. So is this over here, but I'm focusing on this part. Why? Because this should be half of 360, which is 180. I have 70. How do I find this leftover part? Well, it's just going to be 180 minus 70, which is 110. Then I'm going to look at this piece of the circle, because EB is also a diameter, and this is a semicircle, which should be 180. I have 110. How much more do I need here to make it a full 180? We need 70 more. Now we're missing this piece right here. So here is the bottom part. All of this should be 180. I have 45 and 70, so add those two numbers. Add 45 plus 70. Subtraction for 180. And it gives you how much the other leftover pieces. It should be 65. So this right here is 65. Anyways, so then let's answer some of the questions. So I picked these 4 questions in particular because there's some tricky parts to it. So BC, well, BC is right here. That's obvious. BC. But here's B to C. But you can't go B and go all the way this way to get C. Well, yeah, you still get C. The problem is you're gonna have to go through A, E, D just to get to C, and that's not what it's asking for. It's just saying how much is it from B to C. Alright, just B to C, nothing else. Well, from B to C it is 70. And then from D to B. Now this one's a little bit confusing because you can go from D right here, keep on going this way, and you get to B right there. But then you might be thinking, well, why can't I go from D and go all the way this way to B? And there is no simple trick to tell you, oh, you have to go clockwise or counterclockwise. Well, there is a simple trick. The simple trick is you always go the shortest distance. Here's D, E, A, B. That takes too long. You always go the shortest distance. So from D to B, the shortest distance would be just 65 and 70. So you just add 65 plus 70 and it will give you your answer. So this one is 65 plus 70, which is equal to 135 degrees. Now from A to D, again, you can go from A all the way this way to D, or you can go from A to D right here, and you always go the shortest distance. So from A to D would be the 70 here plus the 45, so 70 plus 45. Should be 115 degrees. And this one right here, I like these 3-letter ones because it tells you the exact order you have to go to. You have to go A first, start at A, then you have to go to C, and you have to end at D. So if you come this way, A, oh, you can't go A, C, and then all the way around back to D. You can't do that. You cannot go A to D. The order says A, C, D. So you go A, gotta go all the way over here to C first, and then to D. So we're stopping right here. Starting here at A and going all the way to D. So you need to add the 110, the 70, and the 65. The 110, the 70, and the 65. And that will give you the answer, which is 245 degrees. Oh, I almost forgot. I think in your work it asks you to label. This would be a minor arc. Why? Because it's less than 70. This is also a minor arc because it's less than 180, sorry. 70 is less than 180. The 135 is less than 180. This is also less than 180, so it's a minor arc. And this is over 180, so this would be a major arc. Remember, on the work, if it said from A, B, C, well, A, B, C is A, B, C would give you a semicircle, which would give you 180 degrees. If it asked you, which would be a semicircle, whatever, semicircle. And then you're going to see a type of question like this. So this is 90, which means that this is 90 over here, but you don't need this 90 degrees here. Put it there regardless. If PR is 10, how much is QR? Well, if PR is the radius, then this is also another radius, so this is also 10. They're not going to tell you, you need to know that. And you're looking for PQ. Since you have a right triangle, you have, remember this is the C, that'd be your A and that'd be your B. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Our A is 10 equals C squared. 10 squared plus 10 squared is 100 plus 100, which is 200, equals C squared. Take the square root of both sides, and you get the square root of 200, which is 14.14. That's how long P to Q is. From P to Q is 14.14. You have two questions like this. I think I did one of them for you, so you only really have one if you watch the notes. And then there are a few other questions that give you information in words, and you have to draw the circles and figure out how much each arc length is. It's not that difficult. Alright guys, that's it for 10.2. Laters.